Well, here it is, 21st of April, down near the end of what should be the regular legislative session. Looks like we're going to go into a special session. The governor's going to call us back. The House has passed its budget. Senate's passed its budget. Both of them leave gaping holes in all of the programs that are important to the people of the 37th District and across the state. It's an all-cuts budget. It's ugly. I don't like it, but I voted for it. We need to have some additional way to defray these cuts. We can't live with this budget. Senator Murray and a few other progressive senators, including myself, have a bill, Senate Bill 5944, that would send out to the people a referendum, and that referendum would be the question whether tax loophole closures, that is, legislative action closing tax loopholes, should be considered, quote unquote, increasing taxes for the purpose of Tim Eyman's Initiative 1053. In other words, whether it needs a 2/3 vote. If it needs a 2/3 vote, we can't do it. Can't do it here. Republicans are more than 1/3 of each house. And so in either house, a 2/3 majority is impossible. They're locked up. We need to have some way to do responsible legislating here, and that includes closure of tax loopholes. There's a tax loophole on the property tax for owners of private planes. There's a tax loophole for cosmetic surgery. There's a tax loophole that costs us about $100 million a year for the interest income that banks make on first mortgages. That's not what you pay. That's not your tax, your 1040 deduction for the income that you pay, the interest you pay. Rather, it's their ordinary income, which is that same interest, to them. That's ordinary interest to them. It serves no purpose. It costs us about $100 million a year. There's a few others. Now, we could send out to the people a referendum to close those, but you know, the banks will do what the soda pop manufacturers did last time we did that, and that is to spend many more times a year's taxation to beat the referendum, to convince us, for example, that we're trying to tax groceries in that case. Or I don't know what the banks would do, but you get it. So our referendum is something that's a little bit more systemic. Can we, here in Olympia, next session, close up some of these cuts, fund them back, buy back some of the cuts we've made to healthcare and to K-12 education and to higher ed by closing some of these loopholes, mostly on big business and on wealthy individuals. 5944 is still alive. It will be alive during the special session. It will be a particular focus for me. I see this as the only way out of this, as the only way to restore sanity and some kind of humanity and decency to what otherwise is just a train wreck. Senator Kaiser, who's the chair of the Healthcare Committee on which I sit, has been very clear that in the healthcare part of the budget, we're going to kill people. We're actually going to kill people. I think I've mentioned this before. We probably already have in last year's budget when we took away the subsidy we had for low-income families to pay their prescriptions. We did it with state-only money. It's not Medicaid, it's not Medicare, it's not federally mandated or federally matched. It's just state-only money. And we took it away. I don't know how many more people need to die before we understand what we are doing to the state of Washington by having an all-cuts budget to the tune of $5.8 million. Anyway, if we're successful, you'll see a referendum out there. You guys are the people of the 37th Legislative District. I don't have to tell you what to do. You'll know what to do. Thank you.